For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 4 of Season 3 here at Chelsea on FIFA 18. In the last one we made a world record transfer breaking fee signing for Paulo Dybala from Juventus. Totalling, including the player that went the other way, his valuation, £215 million or 240 million euros. So we have our new player in the squad, not currently in the starting 11 as a number of people are still away on international duty at the Copa America, but they'll be back and available for selection for the first game of today's episode, which will be against Burnley in the Community Shield at Wembley, which is in 3 weeks' time. So there's plenty of time for stuff to happen transfer-wise between now and then. Taking on board your feedback, and to be fair, a number of you were saying that I probably should sell Rudiger. Maybe even sell him and not sign another centre-back at this stage and wait till January and use the money then. So if I get another offer in for Antonio Rudiger, I will consider selling, but only for a decent price. I have, as I mentioned in the last episode, acted upon your feedback with regards to squad numbers as well. So I'll scroll through here and show you what I've changed. Ricardo Pereira is now number 3. Aymeric Laporte's now number 4. As we scroll through, Rudiger's still number 2. Changes made. Luke Shaw is now number 23. Humberto Sanchez now 24. Kante and Bakayoko the same. Charlie Musonda still 17, which is what he is at Chelsea in real life. Isco is now number 6, and Toni Kroos is now number 8. So it was a big call for Toni Kroos to be number 8 in the squad, so I've done that. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is 19. Paulo Dybala has come in and taken the 11 shirt away from Pedro. So Pedro is now number 22. There's a couple of calls in the comment section for me to retire the number 11 shirt because of Didier Drogba, but we're not retiring the number 8 shirt for Frank Lampard, so I won't retire the number 11 for Dybala either. Both numbers are still in use for Chelsea in real life, so we'll leave it as is. Morata's still number 9, Tammy Abraham now number 18, and other than that, Eden Hazard still number 10. So a couple of changes to the squad numbers as per your suggestions, but for now, we will push a little bit further forward towards that Community Shield. We still have Pedro to sell, we still have Kennedy to sell, and if an offer comes in, I would now, because you guys want me to, sell Rudiger as well, although I'm not actively looking to get him out of the club, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. We'll negotiate this. Hopefully we can just go through the process and get Jacob Maddox out of the club on loan. I may even set a couple of these youngsters to permanent deals because we have some youth prospects coming through. And to be fair, if this is the final season, they're not going to get any first-team football from me anyway, so we may as well just look to move them on, whether that be on loan or transfer. It doesn't really matter at this stage. But anyway, drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this third and final season here at Chelsea before we move on to a different club, probably in a different country as well. But for now, all loan offer for Wallace Oliveira. We'll also accept that. That's at Newcastle, so a fellow Premier League side. But Oliveira can go out and play on loan in the Premier League at right back for Newcastle. He's 73 rated, which is actually okay, probably good enough for a club like Newcastle, so we'll send him out and hopefully that will get confirmed sooner rather than later as well. I'm going to advance a little bit further now though off camera, and I'll cut back when we have something to bring to you. Jacob Maddox now loaned out. We've had a loan offer for Charlie Musonda from Stoke, but rather understandably I'm going to be rejecting that. He's going to play a big part for us this season, as he did last year. And will continue to be an important squad rotation player for me, so he stays, but Jacob Maddox has now left us on loan, as has Wallace Oliveira. Confirmation there that he's gone out on loan to Newcastle. I have a couple more emails here. I think there'll be squad reports. They are. Training injury. Okay, Toni Kroos is only out for 7 days. That's fine. Transfer offer for Andreas Christensen from Arsenal. That will be rejected, of course. It's undervaluation and they're a main rival. So obviously that's not going to happen. These are the players I currently have in the youth setup. We have 62 rated Elliot Martin at 16 years of age, potential to get into the mid to late 80s, potential to get into the early 90s for Lewis Bennett, 64 rated at 17 years of age, 70 to 86 here for Ismael Barrios, but his physicals look great actually already. It's just his technicals that need training, but if I call them up now, I can't loan them out at the minute, so it's pointless really calling them up at this stage. Good potential for Dominic Turner as well. Great potential for Diego Abreu. These sort of players are going to come in handy when we do the Road to Glory style series later on in the year, because as I mentioned, I'm going to do a youth style Road to Glory, and I'll be calling basically the gist of it will be sell everyone from the first team and bring up as many regen youth players as possible and build a club that way. So that's to look forward to later in the year. But for now, let's crack on with Chelsea and we'll get a little bit closer to that Community Shield final. Transfer offer for Pedro, but it's from Manchester United. Not sure what to do here. I'll negotiate. I'll ask for 20, and if they give me 20, then I'll let Pedro go. He's not going to be a first teamer for them. So, and he's already 81 rated. He's dropped quite significantly between the start of the save and now. So hopefully they'll accept that. Oh, Jose's only going to be 14.9. That's the same offer as you offered before, isn't it? Okay, well, let's try for 18.5. Come on, Jose, don't play hardball. Just spend it. You offer me an extra £100,000. I am tempted to just accept that. I'll edit and ask for 17. But if they offer 15 again, I will just accept it. And, okay, fine. He's not going to go. Pedro stays for the time being. Although I'm not too bothered about that, considering it was Manchester United that he would have been going to. I'd rather sell him abroad if I possibly can. Another couple of offers here. One for Kennedy that we will actually maybe straight up accept. 9.3 million, no. Go on then. I'm just going to accept it. We need to get Kennedy out of the club. And an offer for... Ooh, that's big. That's very big for Ricardo Pereira from Manchester City. 42.3 million, but... He's going nowhere. Ricardo Pereira, he's my first team right back and very good for me at that. Push forward to the game against Burnley still. Quite a bit of action in the transfer window so far in today's episode with outgoings. Holy moly! £70.4 million bid from Lazio of all people for Aymeric Laporte. Reject. He's going nowhere. You can give me 70 million for Antonio Rudiger though if you like. I'll take that for sure. Another email there. What's that one going to be? That is Trevor Chalobah saying thank you for something, even though I've not done anything. Why are you saying thank you? I haven't played you for almost a calendar year, Trevor, but never mind. You are welcome. Right, let's go to Wembley. Player debut for Paulo Dybala. £194.4 million cash, plus Mario Pasalic, who was £20.5 million in valuation. Paulo Dybala back from the Copa America. And starting for us here against Burnley. Alexandro also back in the starting lineup now, being back from the Copa America. So he will start left back. You can see in there, number 12, just shaking hands with Jack Cork. Tom Heaton, I seem to say this every time we play Burnley, but always plays well against me. But Burnley haven't had the best of times against me in recent games. So we will see how we get on. At Wembley, in front of, presumably 90,000. I don't know whether the Community Shield against Burnley would actually sell out, but... We'll see if we can get ourselves a win in the curtain raiser of the season. Kante through there to Isco. Back to Kroos. He's taken his number off him. Into Morata. Oh, it's a good turn. This could be a dream start. It's not a dream start. Off the post from Alvaro Morata. Inches away from starting the season as we mean to go on with Alvaro Morata scoring goals. He started last season scoring goals. He then dried up mid-season. I thought Isco was going to commit. Oh, it's a great ball into Paulo Dybala. The great first touch. Dybala! Oh, wow! Nearly a dream's debut start for Paulo Dybala there. Just trying to cut it. You see him trying to get the technique to cut across the ball so it bent back in. It just didn't quite bend enough. 2 chances in the opening 5 minutes, but no goals yet. Cross centrally to Jack Cork. Kante trying to close him down. It's gone out wide here to Robbie Brady. Ricardo Pereira gets the tackle in. Isco with the turn. There's Morata. We'll go back to Isco, just late in front of him, and he will get there ahead of the defender. Eden Hazard out wide. Now Paulo Dybala going to come at the back post. He's arriving, he's arriving, he's arriving! But Taylor, the defender, does very well to get there. That's annoying. I thought Dybala was going to get his first goal there. Oh, that's not the best of corners, but knocked it down to N'Golo Kante. N'Golo! Where's that come from? Strike from N'Golo Kante. That wasn't necessarily towards the corner either. Just sheer power. That's flown into the back of the net. I want to see a replay from behind if we can. This might be a good angle for it. Not the best of corners. Christensen knocks it down to him. And he's just smacked it. The keeper can't see it. It's really unfair on Tom Heaton. There's like 5 players in front of him, but he's put so much power on that Kante. Nearly breaking the net right into the roof. Chelsea 1, Burnley 0. What a goal. Barnes. It's a fair tackle from Christensen. Strong, physical, but fair. Chris. Isco rolls well. There's Morata. Isco's going. Isco's gone. Oh, it's a lovely ball. And Morata, that's a great goal. The partnership between Isco and Morata is still there and very evident for everyone to see. Chelsea 2, Burnley 0 after half an hour. Out to Pereira. Dybala drifting central. Quickly into Morata or Dinkit looking for the run of Eden Hazard who will get there first. Oh, good save. I tried to keep that low, but wasn't able to get it past the keeper. Underneath this is Jamal Lascelles, actually. All right, 7 shots, as you can see, top left, we've had in this first half. And so far, 2 have gone in. We'll try and make that an extra couple between now and the end of the game. Oh, lovely turn by Morata, but unfortunately the defender read it and was able to get there. So Morata. Get it out to Dybala here. Isco's made the run. It's a nice ball. Drop of the shoulder from Isco. Little Ronaldo chop. Isco, please. Oh, couldn't finish it. What a goal that would have been with a Ronaldo chop in the box. Very nearly 3-0, just 5 minutes into the second half. We have already won the Community Shield in this save, of course. In season number 1, we were victorious against Arsenal. So it would be the first time we'd actually won a piece of silverware for the second time in this save. But we also have a Carabao Cup and a Premier League title to our names now after our success in season 2. And I hope to build on that with a Champions League and FA Cup and maybe something else in this 3rd season as well. Something else other than the Community Shield, I might add, considering it looks like we're going to be winning that as well. Oh, nice ball drilled into Chris Wood. Turns away well. Ashley Barnes has got a man at the back post who's free here, but Courtois comes and claims, thankfully. Bowl that out to Paulo Dybala, and we will try and get this forward into a decent position. It's a nice ball into Isco. Charlie Taylor closing me down though. Good footwork from Isco. Good pass inside. Great footwork from Dybala. Looking for the runner, Toni Kroos. Can Dybala get himself an assist on his debut? Yes, he can. It's Chelsea 3, Burnley 0. Lovely ball through. Great run by Isco, to be fair. Or by Kroos, even. To be fair, it was a good run by Isco on the right-hand side as well. Great pass, though. Good first touch and turn onto the right foot, although he does have a 5-star weak foot, so I could have used his left if I needed to. That's 3-0. Let's make a change. Let's bring Isco off, and we'll give Ruben Loftus-Cheek a run out. We'll put Kennedy in the shop window, considering he might be leaving us very, very soon to go to Newcastle. If not, then someone else hopefully will be interested in him, and we'll bring back Bakayoko on for Kroos to go a little bit more defensive. 3-0 with 25 minutes to go. Grassel over the top. Alexandro should win this header, and it's done well. Bakayoko down to Kennedy, in there to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Dybala on the far side. That didn't work, did it? Oh, Loftus-Cheek with the strength there to hold off the man. We'll give it back to him, and then he'll look to slot through Morata. Now, can I beat the defender? Yes, is the answer. This surely should be 4. And there's really nice finish from Alvaro Morata. I think we're clicking with him again. It's going to be, or I'm hoping it's going to be a really successful season for us here in season number 3. Free kick for Burnley, looking to get themselves a consolation goal if possible. Robbie Brady forward, and Morata heads away. Sorry, back to Robbie Brady, who fires it into Jeff Hendrick. Might still get themselves a consolation goal. It would be nice to keep a clean sheet, but it's not very like me to keep clean sheet, is it? And who's going to win this header? Alexandro. It'll be a corner for Burnley. Chance for them to get that goal. They come in from Jeff Hendrick. If it's cleared, then I'm pretty sure that'll be the end of the game. Inouye brings it down, plays it back. Gassel had to wait for the man out wide to get back on side. That was a good turn, though. I kind of overrun that there with Bakayoko. He's given that straight to Kennedy, and there's the final whistle. We won the Community Shield in Season 1. We've won the Community Shield in Season 3. Victory at Wembley by 4-0. A brace for Morata, one for, well, a stunning goal from N'Golo Kante, and a nice one for Toni Kroos as well. Good debut, actually, for Paulo Dybala. Pleased with him on that right-hand side. Really nice assist. That's why I kind of favoured him over someone like Neymar, because he's got that left foot that's his favourite on the right-hand side. Similar to Hazard with the right foot on the left-hand side. I like to cut inside, either play passes or look for finesse shots. And he's there celebrating already. It's Community Shield victors yet again. And now, in just a week's time, it's time to go and start the Premier League as well. Another transfer offer for Andreas Christensen. This one from AC Milan. Now, we've already sold them Willian. And they're not going to get Andreas Christensen out of me as well, I'm afraid. Sorry, lads. Kennedy's still waiting to move to Newcastle. And we are now on the opening day of the Premier League. We have Leicester City at home. So, fingers crossed, we can start the Premier League as we mean to go on with a big win. Right then, Leicester City arriving at the home of the champions, Chelsea, as we won the league. DeMarcus, Maguire, Romagnoli, Wendell. It's the same back four that we're used to with Leicester. Leva is a new signing for them on the right-hand side of their midfield. And Ndidi, Iborra and Musa. Kelechi starting up top alongside Slimani. 4-4-2 for Leicester. Pace up top with Kelechi. Strength with Slimani. we'll have to wait and see how this goes. But I'm hoping to start the season with a bang. Nahua Leiva with a throw. Back there to Oscar DeMarcos. I think Nahua Leiva is from Real Betis. I think. I'm trying to cast my mind back to the My Player series I did last year before it came to an untimely end. And I'm pretty sure Nahua Leiva was at Real Betis. That's a lovely ball into Toni Kroos from Paulo Dybala, who's kept his run going. I think he's onside. What a save from Kasper Schmeichel. Paulo Dybala is not having the luck in front of goal so far, is he? Very, very close in the opening 5 minutes against Burnley at Wembley. Very, very close in the opening 6 minutes at home against Leicester. But no goal yet for our new world record signing. I'm sure it will come sooner rather than later, though. From the port was decent there. Over to Kroos, quickly up to Morata. Harry Maguire has been bossing things at the back for Leicester so far. I cannot get the ball past him. He's in the way every single time. We have played Leicester and struggled against their defence before. It was Romagnoli, although last time that stopped me. Oh, it's a lovely finish from Morata. Dybala might not be getting the goal, but he has got now an assist in both games that he's played so far, creating quite the connection with the rest of his team already. Paulo Dybala, although backing off to the right-hand side away from everybody else there in that particular cutscene. Nice ball into him from Isco. I wasn't sure again whether he was onside or not. Great footwork. And the finish from Morata, just swivelling on it and spinning it home. Really nice goal. Chelsea 1, Leicester 0. Kante to Isco to Kroos. To Kante again. There's Isco. Into Morata. Just knock that there for Toni Kroos. Could this be a quick 5 second? No, but still maybe. Alvaro! Mate! How have you missed that then? Oh, I don't know. We could be 4-0 up here, but it's just the one. Kante. Out to Ricardo Pereira. It's just a wall of white shirts there in the way. Isco gets the ball there for Morata. This surely will be 2 now. Yes, beautifully tucked away. We're starting to show our dominance here now with the ball finally heading into the back of the net more often than it's heading wide or being saved by Kasper Schmeichel. Nice little back heel by Morata. Good footwork from Isco. I'm fully confident that he would tuck it away in that situation. Chelsea 2, Leicester 0. Heavy touch. Christensen gets there. Here's Ndidi. Squeezes it to Slimani. Turns well. Isobora. Good tackle by Kante. Nicely done. And Morata's itching to get in behind Romagnoli and Harry Maguire here, and he has done, and surely now racing away. This will be 3. Yes, very nicely done. Tidily tucked away. Chelsea 3, Leicester 0. Asserting our dominance yet again. We've been perhaps slightly fortunate that the first 2 competitive games of the season have been against Burnley and Leicester. That defeat against Atletico Madrid is still weighing heavy on my mind. I'm not quite so confident that against the bigger teams and the better teams we will be as dominant as we have been here against Burnley and Leicester in these 2 games today. The biggest test will be when we come up against someone like Manchester United or Manchester City or Tottenham or Liverpool or Arsenal in the Premier League. But for now, we're playing well, we're scoring good goals, and we're getting points, as well as wins in all competitions, including the Community Shield. Although, obviously, like I say, that defeat against Atleti is still weighing heavy on my mind. I was really disappointed that I was dominated quite in the way I was in that game. So there's still stuff to be worked on, but hopefully, with the addition of Dybala and Alexandra back in the starting lineup, 2 players that were missing for that game against Atleti, we have got the players in the squad to be able to make the difference. So far, Dybala and Morata and Isco making the difference here. 3-0.
Good forward play from them. Good vision.
Slimani somehow got the pace to get in behind there. Could square this. He's gone for the shot. Really too sure what Thibaut was doing there. But Toni Kroos will be on near post duty here. And to be fair, it's Slimani at the near post that wins it. And it's Ricardo Pereira. Oh, strike, no, wide. Ricardo Pereira actually on the near post that cleared that away. Thibaut Courtois beaten. And Thibaut Courtois. So we stay 3-0 up for now. It could have been 4-0 at the other end. It could have been 3-1 at our defensive end. Still not sure which way this game's going to go. We do, interestingly, have Manchester United next. As I mentioned, the final highlight of the first half. Be keen to see what happens against the bigger sides in the league. Well, we're going to find out in tomorrow's episode when we face Manchester United in the Premier League. For now, though, comfortably 3-0 up. I say comfortably as they come forward again. 3-0 up at least. And, yep, comfortably 3-0 up and looking to build on it. Up we go, please. Well, solid header, especially against someone like Slimani, who's so good in the air. Morata will bring this down. I don't know where the defender's going. Morata for a hat-trick. Just off the inside of the post. Squeezes at home. Morata with 5 goals in the last 2 games. He's on fire. He was banging them in pre-season as well, although obviously in the 2 games we played in the group stage that weren't Real Madrid, it was against significantly weaker opposition. But still, and I suppose Leicester and Burnley aren't exactly the best of opposition. No offence to any Burnley or Leicester fans out there. But if he can do the... Oh, that's a finish. Oh, it's a very, very unlucky strike from Ahmed Musa. I think it was Musa that had the effort. I almost wish that went in. It was that good. Leiva coming off. Not the best of debuts for him. Great debut for Paulo Dybala. Great opening day of the Premier League for Chelsea as well. Oh, Isco can't get anywhere near that. We're going to win on the opening day. We're going to get a convincing win by 4-0 as well. Tomorrow, though, I'm actually rather nervous about the game against Manchester United because it's one thing to dominate games like this. It's another to do well in games against better opposition. And as we saw from pre-season, we haven't done that well against the only side that played their full strength 11 against me, which was Atletico Madrid. So I don't know how tomorrow's game is going to go, or the first of tomorrow's games. Obviously, there'll be multiple. Can't say with a turn. Can't squeeze it home, unfortunately. Only 2 minutes added on, though, at the end of the game here, and there is the final whistle. 3 points on the opening day of the Premier League. A hat-trick for Alvaro Morata to go hand in hand with the Community Shield. Or Community Shield Winners' Medal he can hold in his other hand. Be a Team of the Week version of Alvaro Morata, I would have thought, for FIFA August 2019. It would still be FIFA 19 at that stage. But let's have a look at the league table. We are top. Manchester United also top. I've got a number of emails there to check as well. Liverpool down the bottom, lost 2-0 to either Spurs or Bournemouth. I would presume Spurs, but Bournemouth winning 2-0 against Stoke. Man United won 3-1. Who do they play against? West Ham. No surprises there. Who do we have in tomorrow's episode then? Let's have a quick look. Manchester United and West Ham. Okay, and transfer deadline day as well. Expecting the first round of the Carabao Cup to be drawn soon in September 2. It may even be drawn. Will it be drawn before the end of the window? I'm not sure. Kennedy's gone to Newcastle for £9.3 million, 7.5 of which has been added to the transfer budget. Liverpool have offered me £86.5 million for Alvaro Morata. Nope. If they'd have offered me that last January, I may well have taken it. But not now. And Atleti have offered me 22.5 for Davide Zappacosta, which also shall be rejected. No thank you. Right. Big offers coming in for our players here. I'm still open to selling Rudiger, as per your wish in the comment section of the previous episode. So we'll wait and see what happens between now and the end of the window. Think the window will close tomorrow. If we get the Carabao Cup game drawn, though, we will end the window the day after. But we have about £30 million available, but no one really to spend it on at present. I'll probably drop that to 35-ish. With a decent wage budget. So there's enough there to bring a player in, but I don't know as I even need to. I could maybe think about replacing Kennedy, but I've got Charlie Musonda. I've also got youngsters like Mason. We've still got Pedro to sell on as well, actually, thinking about it. And maybe if I sell Pedro, I could bring in another winger. Maybe, a left-sided winger. Because we've got Dybala and Musonda for the right. At the minute we have Hazard and... not really anyone else for the left if Pedro leaves. So maybe we should look for another winger. Who that winger should be, though, I'm not sure. I just saved this, didn't I? I'm saving it again. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. And I will see you next time.